coconut sugar in there. Why not? And let's see. Oh yeah, some good chocolate. We'll mix a little bit of this too. Why not? And let me set you up. Hold on. Okay. I don't know if I should cut this out or what. There we go. Okay. You can see me, right? Oh, sorry. There we go. Okay. Okay. So, I have this thing. It's a frother that I got on Amazon. I'm gonna, it does cold froth and hot. It heats up milk. So I'm gonna put almond milk in here. Vanilla almond milk that's unsweetened. And just like little dash of this, little dash of that. We're gonna make a concoction. Okay, I have unsweetened vanilla almond milk. I don't know how to do all these angles with the camera, so we're just... I like almond milk because it's less calories. I think like one serving is 30 calories. I have a food scale. It's 240 milliliters. I used to weigh everything, but right now I can't be bothered. And then we're gonna do a little dash of heavy whipping cream. Wait, I like to shake it first. A little splash. All right. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna eyeball everything. Little maca. I'm just gonna shake some out. Okay. And let's do the Ghirardelli dark chocolate. A good amount of that. I only had 2 meals today, so I'm okay with this. And you know what? Instead of coconut sugar, let's forego that. Let's do, oh, a jar of honey just fell on the floor, but it wasn't glass. Let's do some Mocha white chocolate syrup. Why not? We'll do like 1 pump. Ooh. Okay. Yeah. I think that's good. I'm just gonna forget about this because I did the Ghirardelli. And we're gonna froth it. Okay, don't judge me. Everything is dirty. I need to clean. I have crumbs in the toaster. I have splashes all over my espresso machine. It is what it is. So here's the frother. If you push it lightly once, it makes it hot. And if you hold it down, the light will be blue instead of red. And it froths, it makes cold foam. That's why I love this. So let's just let it go until it's warm, nice and warm. Hi, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. Not sure how this sound is going to be since I am still busy drinking my hot cocoa. I filmed how I made it earlier in the kitchen, so you already know what's in here. So I'm just kind of thinking what I want to talk about tonight. Not sure if I want to talk about hair or something paranormal or a little bit of both. I kind of planned the video before this one, the mysticism of hair, the two famous stories, and my thoughts on it. And today I'm just going to wing it, just like how I wing this drink, or yeah. So I'm just thinking and enjoying my hot cocoa with peppermint mini marshmallows. How are you guys doing? I think it's at the time of filming this right now, we are nearing the end of 2024, and it's going to be a whole new year coming up. I know lately I've been noticing the trend of the winter arc, how you're getting step ahead to be like the new you and established new goals before 2025 even happens. And I'm proud to say that I have been doing that. Kind of started in around August or September. So, my whole thing is before you embark on anything, you should start with a cleanse. Um, just kind of like clearing things out, getting rid of things that don't serve you anymore, preparing a clean slate so there's room to welcome in change. And the other thing is, if you keep doing the same thing and you're disappointed that there's nothing different, that's the definition of insanity. I don't know who's the one that quoted that, but that is so true. So the only way you can have things change is basically doing things differently. And that's what I have been doing since August or September. And I've done that by basically instilling habits that I don't normally like doing. And instead of waiting until I'm in the mood or dreading it and postponing it and procrastinating, I just do it. Just like how you brush your teeth in the morning, you shower, you wake up to go to work on time. It's something that you know you have to do, so you just do it and it becomes habit. And then at first it's hard, but you get used to it. And then you start realizing over time it has a compound effect. And you just reap the benefits of this change that's been going on. I'm babbling. Hold on. Let me just finish this. Hi, my name's Pauline. I'm a nurse who is obsessed with all things beauty, especially hair, and anything paranormal. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. If you're into that sort of thing, paranormal, beauty, hair, I would like it if you stick around and subscribed. Today, I had a non-alcoholic nightcap, and I didn't really plan this video. It's kind of me winging it, but it's inspired by two things. So, well, kind of three. Basically, it's about how your hair says a lot about you, and it shows how much power you have, and it's something that you should protect. And it basically gives a very strong first impression to the world, because we all know this. Like, if we go through a major life change, we drastically change our hair usually. Like if you go through a breakup, you'll probably change your hair color or get a haircut or something. And, people during like the punk movement, they basically had very unconventional hairstyles as like a middle finger to society as a form of rebellion. So you would, you know, style it into a mohawk or dye it an unnatural color like green or purple or blue. So it's kind of like telling the world how we feel about ourselves and how we want others to view us. But there's a lot more to it than that, than just the style that you have your hair or the color that you choose to dye it or how you choose to wear it. The state of your hair says a lot too. And that's something that you can't really do anything about. So, what got me thinking about this was the whole concept of energy vampires. And what got me thinking about that was I had this friend who basically was in a very toxic, unhappy, unhealthy relationship. And she was in that relationship for way too long. And basically, she's very, very attractive. And she showed me a picture of herself of what she looked like in high school. And I was like, whoa, that's you? I mean, she's still attractive now, but that picture she showed me, I was just like, whoa. And then she showed me a picture of herself towards the end of this toxic relationship, right when she escaped. And I was just floored because the contrast of who she used to be and then who she became after she had been in that unhappy, controlling relationship for X amount of years was a totally different person who literally looked like she had the life and happiness and beauty sucked out of her. You could see it in her eyes, but also, at the risk of sounding like a pervert, she looked like she lost like 2 cup sizes at least in her breasts at the end of that relationship. And it's not even like she lost weight or anything. Literally, she looked like she had the beauty and life sucked out of her from that relationship, as if her boyfriend at that time was like some sort of energy vampire that just drained the life out of her, you know? She literally looked it. And what else? Um, I basically have this video that was in my algorithm, and it was about how women look so much better after they get divorced. So it showed these women what they look like when they were in their unhappy marriage, and they looked unhealthy, dare I say, overweight and un well, not conventionally beautiful is, I guess, the politically correct term, maybe. But after they left this unhappy marriage, they just looked vibrant and healthy and happy and conventionally beautiful. And that really got me to thinking, um, this is the first time in my life since I was like 22 that I don't live with a man, and my life doesn't revolve around catering to my significant other. I basically live for me. I am in a pretty happy situationship, dare I say. But he lives in his own house, and I live in my own house. And we basically let each other be free to live our lives how we want. And I support him, and I want him to be happy, and he does the same for me. So, this weird, unconventional situationship that I've been in for the past couple years, I don't know, it kind of feels like in the blink of an eye, overnight, I finally have the hair of my dreams that I've been ironically trying to chase after and attain for years. I'm serious. I've been so obsessed with hair for as long as I can remember. And for as long as I can remember, I was always trying to attain this goal of having the perfect blonde hair that's super long, like to my waist, to my hips. And I've never been able to have it. And then I just got it kind of magically. Probably because I've been so at peace, so happy, and so fulfilled. And I really think that just shows in my hair that I'm just so fucking empowered. And I think that there's a logical way to explain all of this. It isn't all woo woo. Um, since I'm a nurse, I was kind of realizing that we have two different kinds of muscles. One that is skeletal muscle, it's striated muscle. Um, we have conscious control over it. So, like, if I want to run, I can run. If I want to eat, I could pick up a spoon or a fork or chopsticks or whatever, and I could eat. Um, yeah, so that's skeletal muscle. And then there's smooth muscle. So smooth muscle is basically um like our digestive tract, our heart. And it's basically stuff that I can't consciously control, right? So if I get nervous or scared or anxious, then my heart will beat faster. Or I might have digestive issues. If you're super stressed out, you can have the runs, right? That's something that happens. Or you can have a lot of stress, and that can cause constipation. And the reason behind that is we have two different modes of our nervous system. So we have the parasympathetic nervous system and the sympathetic nervous system. It's known as either rest and digest or flight or fight. So basically, if we're in the rest and digest mode, that's when we are just calm and relaxed, and our bodies can just do things like supply our hair follicles with nutrients with from our blood flow and just grow thick, shiny, luscious hair. And we can just properly digest our food, which then in turn makes sure that we have all the nutrients from our food being properly utilized to the fullest capacity. And then if we're in the fight or flight mode, it's basically when our bodies know that we're in potential danger. So it's when your blood supply to things like your hair follicles is shunted so that instead they could make it flow to, like, I don't know, your leg muscles, so that any given moment you're ready to run for your life. Also, the blood supply isn't really going towards making your digestive tract work well, because we're not right now worrying about digesting our food. We're worrying about making sure our lungs get enough air, our hearts are pumping faster, things like that. So that's also in line with when we are in a constant state of stress and we're anxious and unhappy. That happens, right? Like, if we are not properly digesting our food, then unfortunately, we aren't getting all the nutrients from our food, and it's not going to go to our hair or our skin, nails, what have you. And if we go for too long, where the nervous system that's putting us in our fight or flight mode, it has been in that mode for so long, it can even make your hair fall out. It can make it dry or brittle or thin or fall out entirely. So that's why it's very important for you to, manage your stress well, but also just put yourself in a situation where you're happier and safer. And you do things to take care of yourself, where you're grounding yourself, where you're nurturing yourself. So, mindfulness and meditation and just practices that make you mentally happy and healthy, as well as physically healthy and happy, is important. So that's why I think subconsciously we kind of know this and we pick up on it and we judge people when we see them looking healthy or having nice hair. And that's just my ramble for tonight. So I'm just saying, if you're in a job where it's a toxic work environment, just start applying other places. Try to see if you can transfer out, because over time, your hair is going to suffer. It's going to show that you are basically not in a state of feeling empowered. And same goes for your living situation or your romantic situation. If you're feeling unsafe or unhappy or stressed out and you can't find a way to fix it, then really consider other options. Sometimes you're better off being alone than miserable in your relationship. And your hair will show it. It really will over time. I never thought that that would be the case until now. And I really hope for anyone out there, they consider that option, that it's not always about the shampoo you use, the hair oil you use, the products, the tools. It's sometimes management of stress, your emotional and mental well-being over the course of a long period of time that's going to reflect in what your hair looks like. So that's the hair ramble for tonight. If I find pictures to kind of like bring the point home, I'll insert them in this video. So thank you for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you tried the Trader Joe's peppermint mini marshmallows, or what your like secret ingredient is in your homemade hot cocoa. All right. Take care. Bye.